Okay.
There.
Now we're on.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the United Earth Festival 2016. This has been an amazing journey. The last hours, days here have been really interesting getting ready. As you know, we must apologize for making the switch from Maestro to Google Hangouts. The reason we did this was because we couldn't show video for the speakers in Maestro. So we've been doing our best to get it all together, and hope this is working fine for you now. We'll find out soon enough. My name is Jan Golding. I'm one of the co-founders of United Earth and the coordinator for this festival. And I'd like to introduce all of you to this, to all these amazing people that are here, that have come here to Rotterdam, especially to co-create this at the Synergy Hub 1. This is the place where United Earth is manifesting the vision into reality. And yeah, so I'd like to introduce to you Shannon Macarthur, or you can introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself.
Well, you did that very, very well. My name is Shannon Macarthur. I'm also known as Sunshine Sparkling on the Waters. And I have a plan to help us support humanity in cities, everywhere, in communities where they can live, work, and play together. And I look forward to seeing that come into reality starting here in Rotterdam.
Yay.
Yeah, and I've been working with United Earth for a while, and it's been a lot of fun, and I'm learning to ride the wave.
Yeah. Cool, thank you. Anson?
Wait, oh, can you come in?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Anson. I've been partly co-creating this festival together with Jan, a very inspiring dude, I believe. And we're here together with the Maestrin Foundation as well, and with the team of NewMap, and with Unity. So we're with approximately 20 people, more or less. Welcome to you all, and I hope you're having a good ride here with us.
Yay.
Yeah.
Cool. Next, shuffling through, come.
Hi everyone, wherever you are in the world, I'm Andrea and I'm part of the NewMap team, also part of United Earth. We'll be sharing more this afternoon about NewMap, so I hope to see you then.
Good evening, planet Earth. My name is Brett. I'm part of everything going on here, the NewMap team and United Earth. We're really thankful for those of you tuning in. We're going to be sharing a bunch of awesome information, interviews, and inspiration. We know there's millions of you out there doing the same thing we're doing, and we're really pleased to be part of the family with you. And we'll have a few more people say hello.
Good night. My name's Chris Larkham. I'm here with everyone and working on the NewMap project, also co-creating United Earth and helping out with Maestrin and seeing how it all comes together in something we're calling Synergy Hub, which we're landing in Rotterdam. So yeah, see you around. Good night.
Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Nicolas Luck. I am a software developer from Dortmund, Germany. Co-founder also of United Earth, and yeah, I'm excited to help out with the tech today here. So yeah, please enjoy.
Hello everybody, my name is Philip. I'm here with Unity, and yeah, we arrived here 3 days ago. The atmosphere is very much one of being together, being cooperative, collaborative, yeah, and we're sharing here a lot of our visions for the change we wish to see in the world, and yeah, we welcome you all to come here to follow us, and looking forward to meeting you here.
Hey, I'm Doug. I'm also here with the Unity project. Very excited to be here and also just see how this day unfolds. So glad that you're here with us.
Hello, everybody. My name is Anthony Jacobi. I'm really happy to be here with everybody online and present. I'm from the Meesteren Foundation and really luckily cooperating and co-creating with the NewMap team, the United Earth team, the Unity team, and a lot of other teams worldwide connecting to this wonderful project. And I'm really looking forward to this, well, the follow-up of this festival and the next one that's coming. Enjoying the ride, and I hope everybody will jump in and co-create together. See you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, guys. There are a few more people around here as well, but yeah, otherwise it's going to take a long time to go through everyone. Cool. So we had an idea for the opening. We would like to do a little bit of an opening celebration ceremony for us to just tune in to what is happening here, which is really something that is really emergent, something that is really spontaneous in its creation, as is this amazing shift and awakening that is happening on the planet right now. We don't really know what is going to happen, but all that we do know is that we just have to surrender and trust and go with the flow. So this isn't one of your slick professional conferences that, you know, where everything is planned and everything is smooth. We are doing this without any budget, just with people who love and who are passionate about serving humanity and having a lot of fun in the process. So in terms of our opening ceremony, you had an idea for that, right?
I did. You asked me about it last night, and out popped a yes. And I thought, what have I done? And so I went to bed stressed, and I said, I can't sleep like this. Please do something. And this morning I woke with an inspiration out of the teachings of the indigenous people. They have a wheel of 4 colors that represent humanity in the different colors. And I started with that. And it became a chant. And so I'm going to teach it to you.
Okay.
And to you guys, because you haven't actually heard it.
Okay.
Tan, would you like to come and do it with me? Come and sit here with me.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're going to do it seated because we have camera limitations. So starting in the east is yellow, black, red, and white. Yellow, black, red, and white. All humanity is one family. Brothers on my left, sisters on my right. Together, we all take flight.
Yay! Thank you.
So let's do it one more time.
Yeah.
And so we can throw this in every once in a while throughout the festival. Well, this is going to take off.
Okay.
I love this.
Okay.
Okay. And you're sitting right in front of my words. And can I? Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you very much. Okay. Yellow, black, red, white. Yellow, black, red, white. All humanity is one family, with brothers on my left and sisters on my right. Together we all take flight. Yay! Thank you, Andrea. The next thing that Jan asked me to do was share the Charter for Interdependence.
The Declaration of Interdependence.
Thank you. The Declaration for Interdependence. It really helps when they put titles on these things.
Yes, and maybe it's also helpful to know where that declaration comes from, because that declaration originated through an initiative called We the World. You can check out we.net, which is another global unity platform that we will be talking with later in the festival. And yeah, it's a beautiful, very concise, short declaration that really encapsulates the beautiful vision that we are all co-creating. And it's already been signed by tens of thousands of people, very famous names as well. So we want to celebrate that and honor that declaration So please share.
We, the people of planet Earth, in recognition of the interconnectedness of all life and the importance of the balance of nature, hereby acknowledge our interdependence and affirm our dedication to life-serving environmental stewardship, the fulfillment of universal human needs worldwide, economic and social well-being, and a culture of peace and nonviolence to ensure a sustainable and harmonious world for present and future generations.
Awesome.
Aho.
Oh, beautiful. Britt, you want to share something about passion?
Well, one of the main themes that runs throughout our communities here that we like to share is that of passion, and living a life of passion and focusing on what comes from within and what drives all of us to be the best we can be, to contribute to the world and live lives of great beauty and excitement and courage. So we've rallied around a quote by Howard Thurman, and that quote is, "Don't ask what the world needs, ask what makes you come alive, and then go do it." Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. So we're asking all of you to always concentrate and contemplate on what makes you come alive, and please continue bringing those gifts to the rest of the world. Everyone is required, everyone is needed, everyone on the planet is special, everyone has something to contribute, and everyone is honored and acknowledged for the small gifts, the large gifts, and everything in between. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for being alive with all of us in pursuing your own passions in whatever way works for you and can contribute to the larger whole that we all know is greater than the sum of its parts. So what we're going to do is invite the courageous and brave Doug into the circle to recite a poem by a friend of ours named Kirk Nugent that the New Map team met last year in Australia, and he has a poem called Pursue Your Passion. So Kirk, thank you for allowing us to use your words to share with the audience. And Doug, you are a brave man. A brave man for reading a poetry piece that Kirk usually recites as a spoken word, but it's a beautiful poem and we'd just like to share it. And Doug is going to read some of that for all of you now.
Okay. Kirk, if you're watching, you can give me some recommendations for next time. Pursue Your Passion by Kirk Nugent. This is your life. Your purpose on this earth is not to please me, nor is it to fulfill your parents' unrealized dreams. You were not placed here to make concessions so that they could be proud, so that they could brag about their seed, fulfill some unfulfilled childhood emotional need. Let them be proud of their very own deeds. This is your life. I came to shine light into the dark, and like a dog against a hydrant, I am leaving my mark. We were not sent here to invest in someone else's idea of what we should be. A complacent life does not stimulate me, so forgive me if I feel no compassion for those poor souls who live to follow the fashion. Because if you want to live a life that's neither limited nor rationed, then by God, you must pursue your passion. They will tell you that it can't be done, as though you were delivered unto this world for your song to go unsung. Let the world scream that unattainable theme, but for you, there is no such thing as an impossible dream. Ain't no mystery, check the history. Examine the life of Oprah Winfrey, Muhammad Ali, Mahatma Gandhi. Remember what they told Walt Disney? They said, "Young man, you must be blind. You must have lost your rodent-loving mind. No one would ever pay to be entertained by a mouse." Pursue your passion. Steven Spielberg was kicked out of the University of Southern California Film School because his grades weren't good enough. Pursue your passion. Russell Simmons refused to sign Madonna because he thought she had no talent. Pursue your passion. Brandy's teacher told her she was too ugly to be an actress. Pursue your passion. Bill Cosby used to shine shoes in front of the Temple University. Pursue your passion. Michael Jordan was benched on his basketball team in high school. Pursue your passion. Larry Bird was benched his entire freshman year of college. Pursue your passion. Here is proof that greatness is born out of zero doubt. In 1962, Decca Records dismissed 4 young musicians, told them that groups with guitars were on their way out. They left without a contract, but refused to walk on pins and needles. Months later, they released their first album and called themselves the Beatles. Pursue your passion. Lauryn Hill was booed off the Apollo. Pursue your passion. Luther Vandross was booed off the Apollo not once, not twice, but 3 times. You've got to keep coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Forget the limitations set by your fellow man, because when you pursue your passion, provision will be provided for your plan. Let others lead small lives, but not you. Let others be satisfied with the crumbs, but not you. Let others sit around and be chronic complainers, but not you. Let others be volunteer victims, but not you. Let others be imprisoned by their fears, but not you. Let others use their race, their gender, their sexual orientation as a crutch, but not you. Let others be concerned about what the neighbors might think, say, or do, but this is not for you. Leave that for the politicians, the governors. Start caring about other people's opinions, and you'll become their prisoner. And this is about a lifestyle that uniquely fits. Life is God's gift to you. Style is what you make out of it. Whatever you're passionate about, the perfection of that craft can be learned, so that the obstacles of the world be not concerned. Because if you set yourself on fire, the world will watch you burn. So now that you know impossible is a word found in the dictionary of fools, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with the rest of your life? What 2 things do you want said about you when you die? I never listen to what the pessimists are telling me, because I know that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery. There you will find books that were never written, loved ones that were never forgiven, ideas that were smitten, and dreams that were forbidden, soil that was never tilled, cathedrals that were never built, restaurants that were never opened, chefs that never knew they were smoking, paintings that were never drunk nor hung, songs that were neither composed nor sung, souls that never acted on what they really wanted to do. So don't you dare die with your greatness buried with you. The sperm that fertilized your egg survived the odds of 400 million to 1. Get it? Your sperm won. As long as you live, you will never face such dramatic odds. Now tell me that ain't proof you're favored by God. You're greater than any obstacle that you can make. So don't you dare leave without your miracle. It's all an illusion. Don't you invest in their lies, their forecast of economic woes and financial demise. The universe has infinite supply. So no need to lie when I testify that regardless of the economy, you cannot be denied. It matters not if they raise the terrorist threat level to hot pink, burgundy, or fuchsia. Don't let them fool you. You were born to win, destined to be great. Magnificence was chiseled into your heart. When God made you, he was just showing off. Discover your divine assignment and you'll have no reason to retreat. Discover your passion and you'll laugh in the face of defeat. Indifference to the pressures felt and you do not buckle like a belt. Declare today that you refuse to lose, because you can either live your dreams or you can live your excuse.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Thanks, bro. Yay. Way. Nice one. So the art of pursuing our passion, that's really what brings us all here, huh? And this is why the energy is so electric here. I think, everybody who's here shares this passion of co-creating a world where everybody can live their passion. Actually, let me grab that just a second. I've got to get the vision here. Now's a good time.
It's a very good time.
So we've been playing around with coming together, different groups, different organizations, meeting each other and realizing what is our common ground? What are we really here to co-create? And there's a vision that emerged, and we'd like to share it with you. And in the spirit, I mean, this is a vision that is really in draft, co-creative, you know, it's open for change. Good enough for now and safe enough to try. This is what we came up with. A world where everyone is free to live their passions and interests, to live in alignment with the universal laws of equality and respect, to celebrate our unity throughout our diversity, to co-create abundance through sharing and gifting, and to thrive in complete harmony with our natural environment. This is the vision. And this is what, what I think everybody here has come here to help manifest, to help realize. That's the common passion that we share, is to create a world where everybody can live their passion. So that, and this intention is manifesting, especially here in this building, where we intend to create a living community and physical space that really embodies and supports the manifestation of this vision. So I think while we're a little bit ahead of schedule, so while we're going to wait for Jonathan Darrall-Rew to come in, he's going to speak about synergy forums that helps people, you know, connect with their passion. I thought it might be helpful to just talk a little bit about United Earth itself, really what brings us together here. And maybe it would even be nice to hear some other voices as well. But really, United Earth is a vision that we can see really emerging in the collective consciousness now. It's a realization that, you know, through our cultural evolution and our cultural conditioning, we have really kind of been moving into separation, increasingly into separation as families, as communities, as organizations. And now at this critical time in human evolution, we can see the extent to which we have actually even become separated from our natural environment. We are separated from nature. And this is I guess, how, you know, how we can actually be destroying nature to the extent that we are as a species. And so United Earth is really this vision of transcendence, of coming into the bigger picture, coming into perspective, that now is the time for us, for humanity, to come together as one. And of course, this sounds very utopian and idyllic, but this is really where we're at now. You know, this is crisis, this is emergency on planet Earth, and we need to create a radical change if we are to survive and thrive the way we know we can. So United Earth really arises from this vision that, wow, there are already so many people on the planet, and we've been making some calculations and talking about it recently, and you know, we're estimating around 700 million people on the planet right now, who are all trying to, in their own way, create a better world. And the remarkable thing about this phenomenon is that for the most part, you know, the people and the organizations are still working in silos, still divided, still not working together as effectively and collaboratively as we know we can. So this, what we're saying is like, you know, we're talking about the critical mass. We hear the critical mass and asking the question, so what if the critical mass is already here? You know, if there are indeed 700 million people on the planet working for a better world, then how come this critical mass hasn't yet really manifested, crystallized? And, you know, in our discussions, we realized that well, there's also this famous quote from Dr. Paul Ray. You know, he talks about the cultural creatives, which is essentially everyone who's working for a better world, as not being aware of ourselves as a collective body. And if we were to become aware of ourselves as a collective body, then we would realize how powerful our unified voice can be. So this is the invitation. United Earth, for me, is essentially an open invitation for all people and groups who are willing to work together to co-create a peaceful, just, and healthy world, to really make that choice, to make that intention visible. And so, you know, where to make that visible, we realize that, well, you know, the internet is really what connects so many of us in this extension of our collective consciousness. So what about we create a global platform, we create an online platform, a space, a vessel where we can all come together as one, but still really fully celebrating our diversity, aligning in this intention to co-create, to work together, to create a better world. So that's kind of what I've been experiencing here, and it's been magical. The last months, we organized a conference in December called the COM21, the Conference of the Movements, and that was really the start of something really amazing, where different organizations, there were about 20 different organizations that came together for the first time, and within a matter of a day, we all recognized what needed to be done. And that was so, it was like a really strong resonance in the group. It's like, yes, it's time for us to come together. It's time for us to transcend these ideological differences and really recognize that, you know, the power is in our unity. So, so from the COM21 came this idea of the United Earth Festival. And maybe you can share a little bit what your experience was at the COM21 and since then, and what you know, what your vision is of United Earth, since Ansan had the wonderful idea of creating this festival. So hand you over to Ansan.
Yeah, here I am. Hello. Yeah, like I told you guys before, I've been part of well, the COM. I was a participant there as well. And what I see emerging, and that is quite, I think, conspicuous as well, is that there are movements around. I mean, I've been part myself of a network called Synergized Earth Network, and it's about, well, young people coming together around a shared vision and around shared values as well. And I see sort of that that's really emerging in our times now. Synergy, co-creation, it's all buzzing around new forms of like really authentic leadership from within. And even though we're still, you know, exploring that together, like what does that really mean, you know, to lead ourselves? I think when I was at the COM, it was sort of, when I saw the invitation, my gut was just saying like, I have to be there. It's like all these same kind of movements and same similar visions around conscious collaboration globally. It was absolutely like amazing to see that Synergized Earth Network was overlapping so much with United Earth, whereas we didn't know about each other's existence. So it was almost as though the same kind of new narrative at one part of the planet was emerging similar in another part of the planet, as though like collectively we're moving into a new vocabulary, even a new narrative, a new story of our time. And that was like so synchronistic. So I felt like, okay, I have to be there. And then out of that COM, well, the idea of an online festival emerged. And yeah, I feel this festival can be like a spark, even though we're like with the core team now, it's like it could be rippling out. And we're just at the beginning of, well, inviting you all and finding co-creators. And I think the festival also really made me realize, especially also what I've seen from Jan as well, how many, like millions of initiatives there are, like literally millions. It's like mind-blowing in terms of sharing economies, new leadership paradigms, new technologies, people working on like meditation groups. And I mean, everyone is doing their bits and parts. And I feel like it's one big mosaic, like a big kind of colorful mosaic. And yeah, we can just really come together now and see where we can fit in all the pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, Anson, it was really wonderful to have you at the comp. It
I
was
felt
quite
at
an
home,
experience.
actually.
It was nice the way our table of women got together and came up with the 3 events that were coming up. And it was magical how everything kind of fell into place as to this is then, this is then, this is then, and then everybody just fell into place like it was written for us.
Mm-hmm.
When things are right, they do that. Yeah. Hey, Brett, why don't you tell us about yours?
Well, I'm inspired to I'm inspired to speak on behalf of Utopia.
Yay.
Yay.
A lot of people hear the word utopia and they use these words like airy-fairy and unrealistic and impractical and ungrounded. And Utopia has something to say about that.
Here we go.
Utopia is grand and a beautiful place to be and something worth aspiring towards. Who doesn't want utopia? I don't know. A beautiful world that's healthy and abundant and thriving, where people have space and time and all the resources they need to explore this amazing planet and everything that it has to offer. So utopia is in the game, my friends. We're not going to deny, well, you know, utopia is not going to deny its own wanting to be into existence. There's no reason to denigrate such a beautiful word and such a beautiful idea as something unobtainable or not worth pursuing. So on behalf of Utopia, I welcome you into a new paradigm, really. And I'll be here for probably the next 50 to 75 years, bringing you Utopia, what I call a gift civilization. And there's plenty of people on the job. And there's no need to fear or put it down. Utopia is a beautiful thing, and it's glad to be here.
I like it. Thank you.
Okay. Great.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brett. So it appears that we have Jonathan with us from Berlin in Germany, and he is going to speak to us about synergy forums. Hey, Jonathan.
Hey there, Jan. You able to hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Great.
Hey everybody.
You're our first guest, brother. Nice to have you here.
I'm honored. Thank you. And I'm touched and I'm impressed and I'm blown away by the work that you guys have put together to put this on. It's a real offering. It's an amazing thing that you're giving into the worldwide community here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it feels like an amazing co-creation that is really happening, and the family, the community of these co-creators is just expanding and expanding. And I was really glad to meet you only a few weeks ago and feel instant resonance and strong connection and so much potential for sharing knowledge and ideas and supporting each other. So please tell us about what is your passion?
So first of all, I really appreciate the emphasis and the focus on passion. I think we are, all of us who are gathered around this process, aware that the world is passing through great challenges, a very intense time. So anyone with a reasonably open heart and a wide mind is going to be aware of that. And to be able to transition into a way of responding to that that isn't based on a heavy sense of burden, but is actually based on a deep sense of passion is an important thing. And that allows people's energy to be able to mobilize and to really get involved. So something that myself and a deep brother of mine, Dustin DePerna, developed is an international initiative called Synergy Forum. And Synergy Forum is really dedicated to the integration of spiritual awakening, the evolution of human culture into more and more unified forms and social action to support the emergence of increasingly inclusive forms of society that can really hold and work for everybody. We developed out of, we spent 3 years working with a process that was based in Switzerland that was a project dedicated to exploring what would a society and a culture that was really based and grounded upon unity look like. What would economic systems based on unity look like? What would political systems and social systems look like if they were really based on the unity of all human beings and the unity of all life? And during that time, we were greatly blessed to put on some really amazing events and to learn an incredible amount about this work and what works, what doesn't work, how we can really get together as human beings and do this, and to make a really large range of contacts of people such as yourself, people running all sorts of projects, people working in positions of influence in business, in politics, in environmental fields, many different areas. And the synthesis of all of those learnings is Synergy Forum. And basically, it's based on the foundational principles that we found to be most useful for supporting people to really get involved with the global process, the global shift in consciousness, culture, and society that we're speaking about. So what we do is we put on events around the world in which people are guided into on the spiritual awakening line. We try to give people a felt sense of the inherent unity of all reality. We are, the team of us, we're practitioners, meditators. You know, we've spent a long time in our own spiritual practice, and on that basis, we feel passionately about translating the mystical, non-dual spiritual teachings into forms that are accessible and available to all people, and that can give them a sense of their inherent nature as eternally free, eternally bright, eternally one with the entirety of reality, and that base of freedom can be the foundation from which they can bring online their passion and learn to collaborate and extend their collaboration and projects with other people. So we give them a felt sense of that unity. We then invite them to recognize that one reality that is the same through everything is seeking to express uniquely through every being. And when they come into contact with that stream, that emanation, that way that the whole is seeking to express through them, for us, that's where we feel that the thing that inspires and turns the being on most and their greatest and most powerful contribution to the whole are one. And so we seek to take people through processes and practices that can help bring that online for people who, for whom that's new, or help people go deeper with that mission, with that path, if that's something that's already present for them. And from that place, we invite people to move into collaboration and co-creation with each other. We take them through processes that seek to connect their unique emanation of their connection to the whole, to a particular field or combination of fields of human activity. And those are well represented by the wheel that you're working with today. And so that they can really embody and bring through that stream of authentic leadership and purpose and creativity that's seeking to move through them, their passion, into co-creation and collaboration with others. And we have all sorts of practices and processes that we've developed to really liberate the energy that's present in individuals and in groups that can contribute towards and that can go into whatever projects, whatever processes, whatever collaborations, whatever innovations want to emerge from that. And so at the moment we've put on events both in Europe and in the States. I hold it down in Europe and Dustin holds it down in the States. We both work with teams and really wonderful people. I'm very privileged and lucky to work with amazing people. I can see you have the same privilege there.
Absolutely.
Called Green Heart International. And who we will be putting on Synergy Forum events around the world with. And our intention is to connect with people who are interested to participate in this process in these various places that we're going to be going to help train them to be able to develop their own Synergy Forum teams there, so that we really can widen and extend our contribution to the empowerment of this wave of awakening and evolution and collective co-creation that is coming online more and more around the planet. You know, we recognize one of the most important intelligences and insights I think is important for this work is that each of us recognizes that we're a wave upon the ocean. You know, we are a movement within a movement of movements, and when we have that vision, we can honor our own unique contribution to it. We can share everything that we've learned and all the good stuff that we've been able to generate, and being able to understand how we can make a meaningful contribution to this process. And at the same time, we can look to our left, look to our right, our brothers and our sisters in groups and projects as well as individuals, and we can learn from them too. And all of the knowledge and the wisdom that we've cultivated can be pooled at a collective table where we really can shift stuff on this planet and manifest a world that works for everybody. So that's some of the work the Synergy Forum does.
Yay, wow. Thank you. It sounds absolutely appropriate for this time.
Yeah.
Really appreciative. So for people to find out more about Synergy Forums, you have a website, right?
Yeah, we do. It's www.synergyforum.org.
Okay.
And we have a Facebook page as well. Just look up Synergy Forum on our Facebook page. There's about to be a Synergy Forum event in Colorado in the States, which will be in May. There's a possibility of another event that we're in the process of organizing at the moment in Ibiza, I think in June. And from there, the plan will be to extend the events more widely around the world also. But yeah, Synergy Forum at www.synergyforum.org.
Great, great. Well, we're certainly going to be activating our networks, and as the networks start to come together and we start to realize how much overlap there is, then we can really start to support each other more effectively and help these amazing ideas and innovations and tools that are emerging to really scale up to the planetary level that they need to at this time. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for this opportunity to connect with you. Thank you so much for joining us, Jonathan.
My pleasure, brother. Thank you for the work that you're doing and that the team there is doing. I really appreciate it. I was just thinking, you know, as I was coming into this call, how really, for my passion, Synergy Forum was designed so I could be in contact with you, so I could be in contact with these people, so I could give anything that I can to this process, and you know, so it's and to the wider humanity. So it's a real privilege for me to be in contact with you guys and to witness what you're doing. So thank you.
Yeah, we have a question for you, Jonathan. Thanks so much, man. I mean, this is so exciting. I mean, this is just like we're just getting to know each other, and it's already such a feels very auspicious, very promising. We've got a question from Brett here.
Yeah, please. Hey there.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hey there. Nice to meet you, man.
You too, my friend. I've actually got two questions. I thought maybe we could just have a brief dialogue.
I'd be delighted.
They're sort of unrelated. I'm just going to throw them both at you, and we'll start with one. One of them was, where do you see Synergy Forums, I don't know, maybe 2 years from now or a year from now? Do you see, like, people in a stadium, 50,000 people, talking about their passions, or is it local as well as local? You know, there's events going on all over the round every weekend. So I have a sort of question around that. And then I have a separate question. And have you run any of your forums for people who have been diagnosed with mental health issues or disorders? Because when I first heard about your work, I thought how fantastic it was for people that have been misdiagnosed or overdiagnosed and all that. And one of the key things, this is part of my life experience, which is why I'm asking. I came up with a statement called "Passion is the gateway drug" that helped me sort of turn my life around. So I was just wondering if you've had any direct experience working with the sector of mental health. So
yeah, both really Beautiful questions. Thank you. I'll answer the second one first. So, yes, I have had experience of working with people who've experienced mental health challenges. I work as a transformational guide with individuals, and the way I work incorporates coaching, spiritual instruction, and also psychotherapy. So there's that, and within the context of Synergy Forum's work, yeah, there've been people who've experienced mental health challenges in the past who have been at some of our events. I completely understand and resonate with your experience. My sense is that so much of humanity is deeply disconnected from themselves and from other people. And we don't have a society at present, at least not in many parts of the world, that support people to really be healthily and happily in touch with themselves and with each other. And my sense is that one of the most powerful and healing things that can possibly happen for a human being is to be for a space to be held for them to know that their unique creativity, that the passion that is present for them and alive in their life is valued, that it's welcomed, that it's meaningful, and that it's trusted, that it's actually trusted. You know, that we have a society at the moment that has a very strong split between the idea that if people really go for what's personally fulfilling for them, then that'll probably take them down some crazy route that won't really work for anyone. And you know, if people really want to make a valuable contribution, then they have to sacrifice themselves and kind of just do the hard work for the whole, as it were, become part of the economic machine. I don't think that's true. I think that we can trust each other. I think that if we can support each other to learn to really more and more fine-tune our sense of resonance with that feeling of when there's an authentic movement of creativity and passion emerging and purpose emerging from us, and support that in each other, that can be incredibly healing for everybody, including people who've had mental health issues in the past. And I believe that depression isn't a thing in itself. Depression is a symptom of something else. And depression is a symptom of people's innate life force and the intelligence of their life force being blocked, not being welcomed, not having space to move as it wishes to and needs to. And I think we've got into that kind of way of operating as a culture together, and we can change that. So that's just one answer to the first piece. To the second question, to the first question, I'd love to see both. I'd love to see events that are happening on wider and wider scales around the world. But I think for it to really be sustainable, and something that I'm passionate about for it to really be sustainable, is that wherever we go, and when we do these events with people, that those places can become communities of practice, where communities gather around these basic principles and whatever other principles work for them in order to maintain what I like to think of as kind of like the ashrams of the 21st century. You know, ashrams in the past have been places that purely focused on spiritual awakening. Now, I think we have, you know, with a more integrated approach to spirituality, psychology, social action, collective culture that we're developing, I think these communities can be communities of practice where every human being is supported to come to recognize, awaken to their true nature as one with the totality, to find the unique expression of that is moving through them and seeking to be their creativity that wants to happen in the world, to develop communities of deep intimacy, trust, collective intelligence and consciousness and humanity, and for that to be connected to how we really want to change and work with the evolution of our societies. So I would love, wherever we go, for there to be sustainable communities that continue working with this stuff after we go, and and that can take it forward in a way that's appropriate for their particular place on the planet and the needs of where they're at. So I'd like to see both, I think.
Well, thank you for taking the time to give a thoughtful reply.
Thank you for the questions. They're important ones.
I'm just feeling a little emotional because I spent many years in my 20s. I'm 41 now. You know, stuck in the mental health system. And many of us are familiar with, you know, how that goes, the medications and the psychiatric wards and a lot of terrible stuff, and it's just a circle of disease and stagnation, and really a lot of good people in the system, but then the system itself becomes somehow terrible. And I'm really glad just to hear about what you're sharing, and looking forward to a whole world of people getting this call and being able to have access to these types of experiences rather than what they're used to in these types of group homes and psychiatric wards and things like that. So thank you for all the work you're doing, and I look forward to crossing paths on that someday.
Yeah, likewise. I feel you, brother, and may your life force and your journey continue to unfold in a way which involves more and more happiness, connection, trust in the innate creativity emerging from you in your life, and it's a gift and an example that you found your way as you have, and may that be an example to others who are walking a path that has some resonance for them.
Thank you. I'm just going to bring Jan back in here.
Yay.
That was wonderful, Jonathan.
Amazing, Jonathan. Everybody's like, when is he coming to Rotterdam? When is he coming to Rotterdam?
Come on down.
I'd be delighted. Yeah, Jan and I have discussed that maybe we can make that happen in April.
Yes.
Excellent.
Inshallah. Great. Thanks so much, Jonathan.
My pleasure. And I wish you guys an amazing rest of the festival. I'll be tuning in as I can, and yeah, thank you so much.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome. Okay, so we're about 8 minutes away from moving into to the festival, the round of solutions going round the clock through the wheel of synergy. That was inspired by Barbara Marx Hubbard's Wheel of Co-Creation, which is a beautiful example that has many layers to it. And we've taken one particular layer, which is the indicators of the different sectors of human society, and we've expanded upon that for the purposes of showcasing the golden innovations, the amazing solutions that are emerging all over the planet. Of course, we're only going to give a taste, but really that is really the key kind of awareness or intention behind this festival, was to start to showcase solutions and help enhance public awareness about the solutions that we already have. This is one thing that we see as a huge deprivation in our culture today, is the fact that there's so many amazing, inspiring, meaningful, and connecting communities and events and groups that are happening around the world. And yet for most of the people, in the what shall we call it, the rat race? I mean, there's so many names, society. It's just this parallel reality isn't coming through, isn't finding its way into the mainstream, because the corporate media just ignore it completely, or to a large extent. Most people have no idea of the magnitude and diversity and inspiration that this community is really working with and creating. So one of the key elements that we feel is fundamental to helping create hope in human society today is to be sharing this information about all the amazing solutions that we have. So you can see the United Earth Wheel of Synergy here, all the different sectors. We're going to be starting with food, water, and environment. We were, John Liu, who is internationally recognized as a mentor and guide and expert in large-scale ecological restoration of degraded landscapes. He actually came in to the head office here, and we did an interview. But as you know, unfortunately, with the switch in technology, we can't be screening any videos. So at a last-minute call, I managed to contact my original permaculture mentor in South Africa, who very kindly offered to step in at the last minute and share a bit about what he does. And so he's going to be kicking off. His name is Kent Tahir Cooper. I just call him Tahir. And he'll be coming on in 5 minutes. And then Gillian Hovey will be following up at past with speaking about the evolution of permaculture and her experiences with that. And then we're going to be going around the clock. I'm not going to be naming all the speakers. You can see the program. You can find the program online. It's all there. But just to give you an idea of all the different sectors that you can see there, yeah, it's all pretty clear. And I guess one key element that wasn't in that we didn't find in the Wheel of Co-Creation was the sector for ancient wisdom. And so, you know, the ancient indigenous wisdom is something that that we all felt deserves a rightful place in this wheel of human society, especially you know, with this kind of disconnection that so many of us are feeling from nature, and the indigenous tribes and cultures around the world have really, yeah, been preserving this ancient knowledge, this ancient connection, this ancient wisdom, under such strain from these colonizing cultures. So we want to honor that, and we've got Chief Phil Lane Jr. Speaking with John Raymer about the coming of all these of many of the ancient prophecies that are talking about this amazing time in human evolution. So that's going to be a really exciting talk that I'm looking forward to. But to be honest, I'm looking forward to every single talk. It's been amazing, the people who have come forward to participate in this festival. I just want to thank everybody in advance for all your collaboration. You know, a lot of people have been really helpful. We've had very little time to organize this festival, to put it off, but it all seems to be coming together as best we can. And like we say, this is just the start. This is just the start of something. The vision of this festival is that it continues. Probably on a monthly, and then a bi-weekly, and then even a weekly basis, to really start to get the information out. And as this movement grows and more people start to become aware of it, then more and more people will start to find their own niche. And as each of these sectors in the wheel, you know, we can have online webinars that just focus on one particular sector. And so everybody who's interested or passionate about that sector can then find each other, and then that can fractal down so that people can actually start to connect up locally with other people who are working in that same sector. So this is the future kind of vision of how we can start to scale this intention of sharing information, sharing the inspiring and uplifting activities and actions and possibilities that are happening most of the time right in your neighborhood, if not in your city or your nearest city. And in the rural areas, there's so much amazing stuff going on.